Truth Man here. The channel is the No Majors, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my brother Charisma 808 from Sin City Stories. Go check out his channel. I'll tell y'all something, man. Charisma got game to the point where when I want to soak up some game, I don't gotta even come to YouTube. I can just call Charisma. Like if I got a question, like Charisma is on that level where I can go to Charisma, be like, and get a good answer. Like, man, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So check this out, and get a bona fide answer, man. Shout out to Charisma, man. And like I say, his channel is Sin City Stories. But I need to get into this content. So me and him was talking about this earlier. We was talking about this earlier, like, and when I basically said, we finna talk about polygyny and monogamy. So what I was saying is, like, monogamy is, first of all, monogamy is a woman controlling how many women a man has. Now, these women be talking about they love you, but they don't love you enough to share you. They love their job enough to share their job, but they don't love you enough to share you. So what happens is, in monogamy, guys lose control of the relationship. And then women, of course, they use the police, the army if it came down to it. If a guy got the best of the police, the marshals probably coming in. They use the government, they use the laws to control a man. So we was talking last night about, so with all of this, how do you go about it? Like how do you deal with good women? How do you deal with women who are good women, but they ain't with that monogamy stuff? I can't put all of my game on here, man. I mean, but I'm going to tell y'all some stuff. Like, people who want to practice polygyny. Nobody should be practicing monogamy. If you got one girl, you got one girl, but you shouldn't be where you just can only have one girl, because you're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be the head. So if you choose to have one girl, that's fine. But your choice shouldn't be made by them, because the only person that's supposed to have that hold on you and on your life like that is the Most High. Ain't no woman supposed to have that kind of control and power over you. And I don't care if you do got kids. I don't care if you do got kids. You can love your kids, you know. You can love your kids and still be the masculine, a fully masculine man. But when a woman can tell you how many women you can have, you're not gonna be a fully masculine man. And it's certain things that you need to start doing to these women. Talking about they love you. All right, you love me? All right, send me $400. I'm telling you, because what they'll do is, this is the subtle ways that women will control you. That's one of the things we're talking about. The subtle, we already talked yesterday about most women and what they do. But I'm going to show you the subtle ways that women will control you. I'm going to tell you something. My wife spent decades acting like she ain't loved me. Decades. But in the events of late, she can't even tell that lie. She can't say she don't. She do. It took, watch this. It took for somebody else to come along. Now I'm finna tell y'all what happened. So, for years, I was going without sex, y'all. I was jagging. I wasn't finna let that nut build up. Wasn't finna do that. But I said, you know what? This is before I learned about polygyny. I said, you know what? I did the research, like I always do. And I said, you know what? Masturbation ain't what they make it. You can't find nothing in here that condemns it. Nothing in the Bible condemns that. So I was relying on that. After a while, I got to thinking like, man, I'm paying bills. I'm doing this. Man, this is the first time I ever went without sex, like without. And so I'm thinking back, like all the times, like even going back to my 20s where women wanted to give me that thing. And I was angry for a little while. Then I said, you know what, man? I saw somebody trying to preach. We're going to say trying to preach. Because if you ain't saying what thus says the Most High or something similar or something that he'll agree with, you not preaching. Get out of here. This dude was going on a tangent, like making it like it's wrong for a man to want to look at women. And he was taking that scripture out of context. If a man looks with lust, he already committed adultery in his heart. Y'all can't be that stupid. Y'all can't. Well, I was. Some people still are. But I'm going to say it like this. Y'all can't be that stupid. Even though I was. How can you commit adultery without touching somebody? Y'all be making the Most High like he petty or something. And if I shut off and I'm not done, because I ain't even checked the space, we'll come back with part 2. So it's like I got to thinking about it, and I'm reading about Jacob. I'm reading about Abraham. I'm reading about King David, all this stuff, right? All this stuff. Then I came across Black Ram. His other channel, Black Ram Vengeance or something like that. And so he was talking about polygyny on the video, and I went back and I researched everything he said. Everything. And I said, Black Ram is right. And that's when I started saying, you know what? I don't want to be monogamous. This is what happens when you monogamous. If she don't give you none, you don't get none. If she don't give you none, you don't get none. So me and Charisma was talking. And I said, if you monogamous and you break up with somebody, you go from 1 to 0. If you polygynous and you break up with somebody, you polygynous, and you got somebody else, you go from, if you got 2, you go from 2 to 1. You still got 1. See? See, these women know that if they can get you to be monogamous, they got you, because now you're going to be relying upon them for everything. Everything. Even if you had kids. Well, you ain't seeing your kids. Now, let's say a polygynous man had kids. And he had kids with 2 women. And one of them said, you ain't seeing your kids. He could be like, I'm going to see my kid, but if you want to pull out, I'll just go over there with my other kids. Yeah, you see how that go? Ain't nobody finna control. But dude, I've been putting my personality under wraps for people. I've been putting everything under wraps for people. Listen, y'all can think whatever the blue rhymes with buck you want. I don't care. You can't put me. Come put me in hell right now. Come put me in hell right now. You can't. That's not for you to decide. Y'all reading about a bunch of polygynous men. This is why these women out of control. Look, you ghost me, it's too many of y'all. Well, you know the Bible, or you ain't been, you a hypocrite. Man, I remember it was a day when people called me a hypocrite that it actually bothered me. Now when you call me a hypocrite, I'm just looking at you different. I'm looking at you like you trying to take me off you trying to pull me off my high horse. My white and clean horse. I ain't coming off the horse. You trying to pull me off the white clean horse. And you just lied, because the one thing I'm not is no hypocrite. Look up the definition. You call me a hypocrite, you lying through your teeth. The truth man ain't no hypocrite. You lying through your teeth. Did I make you feel better lying? You just can't handle people like me. I'm different. I'm not like nobody else. I might agree with this person on that, this person on that, this person on that. But where people mess up is you can't control people like me. After all my experiences with the Most High, and you trying to control me, you a person, and you trying to control me? He don't even do that. And I know how powerful and unlimited his force is. So, it got to the point where my wife, I'm going to call her that, was getting mad at me for spending the night over there. And then my concubine was getting mad at me for going home. That taught me a lot about polygyny. And it's good practice. I was thinking about this. I said, you know what? I said, polygyny works better. Even if you have conflict, it works better. It keeps women on their toes, man. I'm gonna tell you. This the nicest my wife ever been to me. Whole different spirit coming off her now, because she knows that. And then they both like, you still love your, she like, you still love your wife. And then she like, yeah, you just doing this. It's all about sex and this. And I'm like, bam! Well, I'll just go get me somebody then. That's not gonna work with a polygynous man. A polygynous man gonna say, you can come over here with the champ, or you can go over there with the chump. That's what a polygynous man gonna tell you. These dudes ain't got, I don't care where they work. You ain't got nothing on me, man. You ain't smart enough. You ain't masculine enough. You gonna lack somewhere. This ain't about, I'm telling you, dude, when a person connects themselves to the Most High and allows the Most High to pour his wisdom in, it ain't gonna be nothing you could do or say. I don't care what you drive. I don't care where you work. I don't care where you live. You ain't got nothing on me. And some women can see that. I'm going to tell y'all like this. A lot of women like me, man. And I don't even be out here looking my best. I be trying, to not to be in my worst. I don't be out here looking my best, but the aura, the confidence comes up. This is how I know who the simps is, because the simps try to chip away at your confidence, or they'll do something to try to make you angry. It don't work, man, because I ain't thinking about you, or your hood, or your family, or any of that. It's a win-win for me. If I was to die, if somebody was to kill me, then before it happened, the Most High was like, we're gonna let David expire so he can come up here with us. And it's a win-win. Like I say, you gonna come over here, you either gonna be over here with the champ, or you gonna be over there with the chump. Simple as that. But you're not gonna dominate me. Ain't no woman gonna dominate me. A lot of guys, your sex life is even being affected by your confidence. I'm gonna tell you something. When your confidence get up there, man, you're gonna be, dude, listen. And stop letting people tell you old. I ain't gonna go into my business. I'm 50 years old. But I know I got it better than I had in my 20s. I'm just gonna say. And I don't have to compare to y'all. I got what I do, you got what you do. Who cares what you do? Who cares what you got? My dick is my dick. I don't care what you got. Just like I was just in the gas station, dude making jokes about they got the glizzies. Man, that dumb stuff, man. I'm gonna eat hot dogs until I'm dead. You see how that work? You can't affect me. I go over here and buy 2 Chicago style for $13.99 right now. And if I know you one of them, the glizzies, I'm gonna bite it in your face, nigga. You don't want to affect me like that. And this is where a lot of you men gotta get. Can't no man pull me off my white clean horse. Now, dudes like me, like Charisma, other dudes like Pimp God, I like Pimp God, man. I do. Charisma watch him too. I like dude. I like King Dre. Only thing I don't agree with King Dre with is that one woman stuff. No, buddy. I know that's how you feel about it. I don't agree with that. There's a lot of dudes I like on here. What you gotta say? Pause, because you say I like Dr. BOA. I still like Coach Greg. You can't get to the point where you as men, you don't deal with other men. You can't be around them all the time. They got a different chromosome than us. You can't be around women all the time. The person you spend the most time with should not be no woman. If your father alive, it should be your daddy. It should be your boy, one of your guys. It can be anybody. But the person you spend the most time with should not be no woman. And that's when they gonna get you too. That's when they gonna bring you down to turn you into a simp. Then they ain't gonna even like you. You can spend a lot of time with women you like, but you should never spend more time with any woman than you do. That's how you start. That's how your testosterone level. Your body get confused over that. You say, but I'm married. So? That's how she gets you, man. Isolation. Now you don't hang around your friends. Trust me, I know. And you can't blame them. because you were supposed to have her in check. It's like, now I talk to so many people on a regular basis, they be calling back to back to back. And sometimes I'll be on the phone with somebody else because I'm going to show you something. All that time, it's not that she was doing that. She wasn't. It's like confusion was doing that. You notice how the word confusion is close to confidence and conference? I'm telling you, these words mean something. So you had the word confusion, C-O-N-F. Confidence, C-O-N-F. Conference, C-O-N-F. The Most High did that for a reason. Configuration. You notice how all of those words are closely and close in dealings and association. Configuration, look up the word configuration. And then I want you to look up the word conference and see the similarities. And then look up confidence. Confidence, like we supposed to be three people in one. When you're confident, this how your confidence is gonna come out. When your mind, your will, and your emotions are in agreement. If your mind, will, and emotions get out of whack, then that's when people get addicted to drugs and all this old weird stuff happens. Drinking too much. You could drink. I like drinking. Yeah, I do. But when it comes to them hard drugs, my will says no. My mind says no. And my emotions say no. I'm cool. Nah, man. But notice, confidence, conference. That's what the Messiah was talking about, where two or more touch and agree. You can make prayers come to pass by yourself sometime. But a conference is more than one person. Like I said, charisma, me and him had conference, 2-man conferences. We got something in the works that we keeping under wraps. We keeping it under wraps. When the time is right, and the time is very near, y'all gonna see it. So, look how those words. Now, how does this relate to polygyny, No Matrix? I'm glad you asked. Polygyny is dealing with more than one woman. It's a conference. It takes confidence. It's a configuration. You see that? You saw it. You saw it. Stop trying. Look, I'm gonna show you something. You, as a man, this is how you know when your masculine energy is high and your confidence is high. When you see a woman that looks sexy to you, or even acting sexy, you're gonna be like Adam was with Eve all over again. It's like, and charisma, I'm telling you, charisma said, and I was thinking about this another time, but he said it last night. He said it's like Adam and Eve over and over and over and over again. What is he saying? Like, a lot of guys and a lot of women has failed in the garden test. Over and over and over and over again. Adam lacked confidence. Adam didn't dominate Eve. Adam didn't have the proper configuration. His configuration was supposed to keep out across the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the only conference that should have been happening in the garden was between him and Eve. He let somebody else come to the conference that wasn't supposed to be there. And how often do people do that? When you polygynous, man, whatever you lose, you lose. You ain't supposed to care. You could care about people, but not care if you lose them. That's how you're supposed to be. You can care about people, but not care if you lose them. Because I learned that monogamy weakens a man. It weakens a man. You're supposed to have the choice if you only want one woman, and that choice is supposed to be made by you and not affected by nobody else. Not no preacher, not your granddaddy. Your granddaddy will be telling you to stick to one woman and have a family across town. The devil is a liar. Neither one of my granddaddies were monogamous, but they didn't practice polygyny. So it created problems. For my father's father, she told him don't ever come back. For my mother's father, he had to kind of change what he was doing. You're supposed to live your truth. Even if it turns into consequences or failure. If the truth is you don't want to deal with just one woman, then you don't just deal with one woman. And they'll get mad at you and stuff. Hey, listen. A good woman that loves a man. Let me show y'all something about love. And I've been talking about this. Like, if he's polygynous and you tell him you love him, then if you got a problem with polygyny, you just lie. How could you love a polygynous man but try to change him? If you loved him, you ain't gonna try to change him. I'm telling y'all finna see mental strength. See, well, a lot of y'all that's down right now, you down, you sad, you depressed, you frustrated. You know why? Because you lack confidence. Confidence catapults you to a place where either they agree with you or they don't. That's going to be your attitude. But you're going to go on with what you believe. You're going to live your truth. If you fat and you don't want to be fat, you get in the gym. But if you fat and you comfortable being fat, you don't let these little gym dudes who got their own insecurities take you away from what you feel comfortable. Now, don't let it be laziness, though. Don't let it be laziness, because now you still lacking confidence. And anything else, if you don't want to go to college, why would you go to college? You got to figure out another way to make it. See, you letting people affect your confidence. You can't tell me I'm not going to college. So you want to make me think you better than me? I know people like that. They be on drugs, all type of stuff. You not better than me because you got a college degree. Son. That's how this is how the world is spinning. I'm going to tell y'all something. And YouTube, please don't. I'm going to tell y'all why I think floods is happening. Two things. It's like these spirits that these people got on them is creating confusion in the environment. And the Most High is letting it happen. Because some of y'all ain't right with him. He like, why should I protect them? He protected my daughter. Let me tell you something. I should show y'all a picture. I didn't even know my trees in our yard was that big. Lightning hit the tree right by my daughter's window. The whole tree is practically covering the whole yard. The tree went the other way. And her head was right there, so I went and told her, hey, you need to turn around and put your pillow this way. So I had to wake her up. She was sleeping hard. So I made her face her head towards the doorway to get away from that window. But really, I didn't even have to do that. Because she was already divinely protected through the night. And I'm going to show you something with that. Me and her mother have been warring for years. But when you in with the Most High, you in with the Most High. The Most High, he leave that relationship stuff to us. Stop putting them in it. Because that's just more proof of it. Me and her been going back and forth forever. And our daughters is still divinely protected. Y'all be lying in it. I'm telling you, some of y'all, I'm not saying that I'm just the greatest guy in the world. But I'm saying that I'm there. And she there. Like, I could be like, man, you ain't even saved. And then after I say it, I know I'm just talking. That it's not true. She just, like a lot of women, when they get hurt, they only little move, they superpower is coochie power. And the locks come out on it. That's all they got. But they can't do that when you polygynist. You put them locks on there if you want to. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. I don't care about no chick ghosting me. I don't care about no chick rejecting me. That ain't gonna hurt me. That's your loss. These dudes, the dude you choose, trust me, he's probably gonna be an idiot. An idiot. Single mother raised. Boy, grown boy with muscles. Some of them don't even have muscles. But let me get going, man. So I can upload this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. Just like I said, our confidence start out the same. Monogamy starts the same as mother. M-O. She done became your mama. Like, man, I'm a grown man. You don't tell me how many I can have. You either choose or you don't. Anyway, let me get going. I could be a panhandler and I would still have, the confidence would be the same. Because I know how to keep confidence. I'll be looking at you like he trying to look down on me. He think he can look down on me. Yeah, well,